ICAST 2025, day 2. Guys, this is the last video that we're gonna do here. We've had 3 others that are in the gallery already down below. Check them out. And we said, what can we do that's unique and innovative and something we haven't done before? And the Fillet knives were the winner. So we've got Steven, the founder of Sword, who I shared with him just the other day that I was in RJ Boyle's studio. Nick Noon, one of the managers, unsolicited, told me that this is one of, if not the best knives he's ever held in his hand. So I want to have him share a little bit of information with you guys about the full product line.
So when you think of a sword knife, it's got a much harder carbon steel blade, and so it'll hold an edge longer than your typical marine grade stainless steel knife. Okay. So whenever you get in, you can almost trust that a sword knife is going to hold an edge a lot longer than most of the guys out there that compete with us. And we've had a few charter captains come by, and they've cleaned fish for 150, 160 days in the Keys, and they say we still haven't had to put an edge back on.
Wow.
So that's our biggest claim to fame, is that our edge holds much longer than your typical marine grade stainless steel.
Okay.
Now, one thing that you're gonna find that's different on our knives is that we have a G10 handle. A G10 handle is the same thing as they have on a gun grip. So when you look at your rifles and your pistol, that is the exact same material. So it's fiberglass that has been put into layers and then injected with resin, and they come in big sheet. And the sheet will look something like this, right? And then they'll cut little blocks out of it and CNC it into the shape of the handle. And one thing you'll notice as you hold that, Jamie, is that it's got some
weight, and the texture on it is really nice too from a grip standpoint.
And the cool thing about these is they have a Teflon and titanium coating. So we've tried Teflon by itself, we've tried titanium by itself, and you still dealt with little pits of rust that would start showing up under the blade. When we put both of them on top of one another, basically anywhere you see black on here will not rust, and it will not even rust underneath the coating as well.
So like, let's just say I'm lazy and I come in from a day of fishing, I fillet my fish on my table outside on the dock, I get distracted, I rinse off the knife or whatever, but I just leave it there on the fillet table and it's there for 3 weeks, unprotected. That blade should still
be in perfect condition. The only thing that may have some rust on it is that the edge of it, because the edge obviously is not protected. But what we have is that you can just sharpen the blade again and take that right off.
Okay.
And then you click it back into a Kydex sheath, and it doesn't come out at all.
Nice.
Which is super cool. Right. And you don't have to worry about your kids running and cutting themselves.
It's nice too that it's a clamp-on style to where if you're not wearing a belt and you want to actually have it on your side, you can just clip it over your waistband. So what are the size options, and I guess also flexibility, stiffness options on the knives?
Yeah, so we'll start down here with our 6-inch knife. I would say out of our whole lineup, this is my favorite knife. It's a 6 flexi, which means it's still got some give to it. Definitely can clean some B-liners, some. What would you say down there?
Also, and they didn't just say like light flex to medium flex. They said flexi. It's flexi.
Flexi, that's right.
I like it.
So that's the 6-inch.
Okay.
You come up to our 7s, which are actually our best sellers.
Okay.
We have a 7 flexi and a 7 medium.
Okay.
The medium is stiffer than the flexi, and we kind of keep moving up the product line. There are different shapes in the different sizes. So some people prefer that shape of the 6, some people prefer the 7, and then the 8 is actually our most popular shape.
It's a longer, more narrow blade, right?
Straighter blade. And this one is a flounder knife, a trout knife, because you can really see almost like 90 degrees to the table. It'll flex.
That's a super flex.
It's super flexible. That's the only super flex in our lineup. That's right. And you keep moving up. We've got our 9-inch flexi, our 9-inch medium flex. These are your tuna knives. People who are in the Midwest or the Pacific Northwest They clean salmon with them.
Big salmon, yeah. king
All
salmon.
the time.
Okay.
And then our medium is like yellowfin.
Right.
When you're catching yellowfin, you're catching swordfish. That's definitely the knife that you're putting in your hand.
And I see something sitting down there in the middle of the table that, what do you got going on there? It's a new product release, correct?
Yeah, so what we did is we came out with a few different leather products. And the leather products is a belt that is Velcro. So you can just take it, you're running from spot to spot. Just pop that Velcro belt on, and then you leave it on while you're fishing. We got a leather sheath that comes with it. It actually has a clip on the back. So let's say you didn't want to wear a belt and you're wearing board short. You could just clip that thing on to your board short and it still would slip on. Inside, that's unique about the sheath is it has a spot to keep a rigging knife. So if you're rigging mullets or you're rigging a dredge of whatever that you decide to put on it, you can use this rigging knife, keep it in the sheath.
It's always on your side.
Or we've got our brand new, first time anybody's ever seen it on video, mono nip, which we're super excited about. And we know that this completes a billfish package.
As far as availability is concerned and somebody that's interested in a knife, mono nippers, the belt, or whatever the case may be, are you guys primarily direct to consumer, or should they be looking for these products in their local retail tackle shops?
Yeah, so we're in Fisherman's Center, but 80% of our business is online.
Okay.
So you can find us at swordfishingproducts.com, and we ship out every single day. So most likely, if you live in Florida or on the East Coast, you get your order within 2 days.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, I'm intrigued. I've heard good things. So I got a Bahamas trip coming up in a couple of days, so I really feel like I'm going to need to test this out to make sure it's exactly what you say it is, which I believe 100%. But otherwise, if you guys want to find out more about the sword line of knives, the complete set of tools, we'll have the information in the description below. One more time on the website address.
It'll be www.swordfishingproducts.com.
We'll see you for the next Fish Blue Water adventure.